Hey all, it's Laura. Welcome back. I am super excited because today we are working on a DIY project in the garden. If you saw my last video, you got a little bit of a sneak peek. I talked about turning this giant wire spool into a mushroom table, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So let me just turn the camera around. I'll give you guys a look at our starting point, and then we will talk about the process. I'm super excited. Let's go. So here's what we're working with. If you guys are new here, I am in Zone 6, Connecticut, and we would love to have you subscribe if you're new, if you like DIY garden projects and the like. So anyway, here's the plan. I'm sure you guys have probably seen on Pinterest or something somewhere in the past the mushroom wire spool table. It's basically, because this table is kind of like the shape of a mushroom, I'm going to paint the top red with white spots like a mushroom. I'm going to leave the trunk, is that what you would call it on a mushroom? White. And I think I'm going to do the bottom green, but the stools, we use these two stumps, and I think I'm just going to pop these cushions that I got on there. I got 2 red cushions from Walmart on clearance for $11 for the pair. And that is all the money that I'm going to spend with the exception of paint, because we got the wire spool for free. And obviously we already had the stumps and we had some plywood. So my husband just cut these circles out just to make it a little bit more sturdy. So I think I'm going to I'm going to screw those into there, get this cleaned up. I think the first step is going to be to sand this wire spool table a little bit to get it ready for some paint. So let's do that. Okay, so I went ahead and sanded it. This thing is amazing, by the way. It's a sanding sponge instead of just sandpaper. I don't know where these have been my whole life, but I need them. I think I might leave the trunk portion natural looking, only because these stumps are kind of rotted. I took some of the bark off, well, pretty much all the bark off, and I scraped off a lot of the dead rotted stuff. So I can't really paint these. I have a plan B, which is to use benches, like little stool benches. Stools, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying benches for. But I like the look of the logs. I think once they weather a little bit, they won't look so freshly handled, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I'm going to work on painting these discs now. So I'm just going to paint these red, and then we'll move on. So while those are drying, I'm going to get to work on these pillows. First thing I'm going to do is cut these straps off because they don't need them, and the little tag. And my husband got me puffy paint, but I think that the circles, the spots are going to be too big to really fill in with puffy paint. So I think I'm just going to use regular acrylic paint, not even fabric paint, and just do it that way. So let's go. So these turned out pretty well, I think. I'm just going to let them dry for a little bit, and I will probably just keep going back and forth with several coats of paint on the table and these guys. So I started to get the green done, and I just don't love the shade. I've already put 2 coats on, but now I've gone and added some darker green to it. So it's going to look more like this. I just think this is a little bit too bright. So I'm going to hit it with another coat or 2 and see how that looks. Okay, I'm liking this green a lot more, but I think I'm just gonna add a few little details of like just maybe some purple flowers in the grass part. Now, I am no expert flower painter. I'm really not very good at painting flowers, but I find that adding the dot always makes it look a little bit more like a flower. So, there, now it's a flower. Okay, I think I'm ready to call it done. I am pretty happy with how it turned out. I mean, I love it. It's adorable. The spots came out really good. I love how the cushions look. And I'm glad that I left it natural. It is giving kind of Mario vibes, but I'm okay with that. I love Mario. I think the little purple flowers are a nice touch. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think it's in a really good spot. I love how it looks with all the vegetation around it. And I think it's gonna bring a nice little pop of color to the garden, you know, when it's not so green and lush, like the winter time. I'll have to bring the cushions in when it rains or whatever, but overall, I think this was a successful project. I'm really happy with it. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for this one. And I hope you will subscribe if you're new. We're always doing garden DIY projects. We got a lot more coming up. So thanks again, and we will see you next time. Bye.